Good afternoon, love streamers. Happy Friday. This is Louise Eddington, your freedom guide, helping you to create a deliriously free life. Excuse me. Well, happy Friday. Hello, Chris. Hello. And how are you today? How is your week going? How are you experiencing the energies? I would love to know. Hello, Gina. So I'd love to hear how your week's going, everybody. I am kind of waiting for people to click in a little bit before I start really talking. All righty, I'm going to get going. So, Mars. Honestly, I have a Gemini moon, so that's ruled by Mercury. And Mercury's been out of bounds for the last 3 days, and is out of bounds till something like 10 a.m. tomorrow. I'm not sure what time zone, but it's kind of frazzling me a little bit now because he rules my kind of emotional body and things, and it's not bad, but it's kind of, I'm a bit like squirrel. I'm into so much going down so many rabbit holes, and all that kind of energy. So anyway, what was I going to say? I was going to talk about that. So we've got Mercury still out of bounds, and that Mercury, out of bounds Mercury, is about to aspect Neptune in Pisces, yeah. and that kind of adds some more confusion, but creativity and fantasy into the mix. So I'm going down all kinds of rabbit holes. So I'm sure you are too, to a degree. Maybe not quite as much as me, but it's kind of this like, oh, there's that shiny object over there. Oh, there's this over here, that kind of energy. But not only are Mercury and Neptune aspecting each other, they're actually forming a finger of fate, fairly brief finger of fate that's kind of going to last a few hours, finger of fate or God, and that's all pointing at the North Node in Leo and Ceres in Leo, because they are like within minutes of being conjunct. Now Ceres is the Great Mother, and the North Node in Leo is our fate, our future, and I've been harping on about it for months now, but since the eclipse and since the North Node moved into Leo shortly before, we've been asked to follow our heart. So, the combination of Mercury and Neptune bringing this real download energy, but can be also a bit of over idealism and fantasy, but with the Mercury out of bounds, connecting all these dots and cracking codes that it's never seen before, and then pointing at that Leo and Ceres energy. It's a real kind of focal point about where are you going while you're following your heart. It's bringing up that theme again. So let me look. Chris, you're fabulous, getting over the flu. I know, I had, it's crazy in DC, I bet. Oh my God. Gina, I would love to know your thoughts on this memo that there's this hashtag going around release the memo. All these people read this memo about the Department of Justice and everything, and about all kinds of crazy shit going down. I don't know if you know anything about that, Gina. I'd be interested to know. But anyway, yeah, Chris, I had all that stuff. I had the two partial crowns put on, so I had my teeth thing, and I had my ear infection, and I burned my arm and got an infection. But life just carried on despite all that, it seems. It was like, kind of like you know, I just kept going, and kind of, I wasn't really sick, but I was. It's like, yeah, it's kind of weird, and I felt emotionally really good all through it. So, you know, it's kind of amusing in a way, because people were like, oh, I bet, are people panicking? Do you think there's something coming out? Really? Do you think something's coming out, being revealed? That could be it with Mercury as well, with the Mercury out of bounds. It could be revealing something about our institutions that is totally off the wall, and that people would be like, holy shit, was that really going on? So we'll see, I guess. But if anybody wants to hear anything about, read anything about it, you won't hear it on CNN and things. But if you go to Twitter and look at the hashtag release the memo, you can find out about it. I always listen to these things and think, is there anything to it? Because, of course, a lot of it's coming from Fox News and things, but even a broken clock is right twice a day. So, and this seems to be like real reporting, and it's anyway, who knows? We'll see. I always watch these things as an astrologer, going, interesting. I think I sound a bit like Anne Ortley there. It's like, interesting. Because I always see it reflected in the astrology. I've not really always got really that much of an opinion about it. It's just like, really, is this happening? So enough of that. But that, you know, really, that could change a lot of things. And this Mercury, Neptune kind of illusion, delusion, collusion, all those kind of energies. Hello, Jackie. All coming in with Mercury out of bounds. There could be something to it, but we'll see, I guess. So what else do we have coming up? I always love Gina, that you are there. You probably can't say loads, but I love that you go, oh, there's lots of activity, because I can only think what that means. So that's kind of in 6.5 hours that Mercury aspects Neptune exactly, but we'll just be feeling that all day really, and then it will start to fade. And then in 8.5 hours time, the sun shifts into Aquarius, and happy birthday to all the Aquarians, Jackie. And that will also kind of change the energy a little bit, make it more Aquarian. Things could come up more about net neutrality and things again once we've got more Aquarian energy, but it's also more sociable and things. So, but then, you know, regarding this, I'm going to go back to this memo again, because it just fascinates me astrologically how these things always occur. In 5 days' time, we have Mercury conjunct Pluto and sextiling Jupiter in Scorpio. And Pluto rules, you're laughing at me. Hi, Broden. And just tell me or message me privately if I'm on target, Gina. I don't know. But anyway, when Mercury meets Pluto in 5 days' time and sextiles Jupiter in Scorpio, which Pluto rules, Mercury is things in the news, communication, memos, things like that. It's written material, documents, all that kind of stuff. When Mercury meets Pluto, Pluto uncovers and digs up the shit. Okay, and in Capricorn, it's kind of about our institutions. And then Jupiter in Scorpio has also been in expanding our insights into all kinds of corruption and nastiness and abuses of power, of all kinds, like sexual abuse, things like that. So I read somewhere about this memo that something about 5 days. And we have those aspects coming in 5 days. So what do you think, Gina? I know you probably can't say anything. Oh. But it's fascinating astrologically, that's for sure. But look forward to a more social weekend, you know. Things are going to get a little bit emotional with the moon moving into Pisces, but with Venus and the sun, excuse me, in Aquarius, things get more sociable, a bit lighter. We feel the light coming back. Oh, Gina, I agree. I think there's a lot needs releasing, and I think the people have a right to see this. You know, I don't care what kind of side you're on or things. I think that the people have a right to transparency, and maybe all this upcoming energy will release a lot of stuff. So who knows? Oh, well, there's some. It's always interesting when cards jump out, and it's always 3 cards that jump out. Oh, of course they do. Yeah, and it's ridiculous, really. Who pays them? Who are they representing? But anyway, so we've got 3 cards jumping out of the pack. Let me just get my book in case I don't. Okay, so the first card is 5 of discs. Okay, the worry card themselves. Yes, that's true. Yeah, they're representing themselves. You're right. Well, I think it's time for that to end, personally. And I don't, you know, it's all of them. It's not Republicans, it's not Democrats. It's all of them, to be honest. So that's my opinion. So this is kind of where we're coming from. Okay, and this crazy Mercury, you know, has probably brought some worry and some physical concerns and some rumination. It can be worrying about health, finances, kind of work, creativity, and relationships. This is kind of the Mercury in Taurus card, whereas we have Mercury over there in Capricorn, which is Earth. It's all branches, it's all corrupt, Gina, all of it. So, but this card is saying we're getting an opportunity to get over any worries about any health, finances, work and things. We've got the opportunity to leave all those worries behind. And then where we're at now, and we have the Universe card, 21. Whoops, my computer had a moment there because I'm leaning on all kinds of things. And this is totality, individuation and wholeness. Okay, and this is really where we are now. And you know, I've talked about sculpting over and over again, and that if it is to be, it's up to me, and that we have it all within us. And this is about kind of knowing that totality and wholeness, that we really have it all. You know, that's kind of us in the middle, able to bring all those energies in. And the quote for this card is, "The universe resounds with the joyful cry of I am." So really, I go back to that thing of, if it is to be, it's up to me. It's, you know, you have the power to kind of be whole unto yourself. This is nothing about taking the world's burdens on your shoulders. This is about, you've got it in you, and it was in you all along. Was that from Wizard of Oz? I think that was a quote from the Wizard of Oz. So it's that kind of energy. And then where we're going, I have to laugh because it's the Mercury card, the Magus, and the message of the Magus is communication and timing. All right, get off. I was leaning on my keyboard. It was making everything go boom. So this is about language shaping consciousness, and the use of language to shape consciousness is an important branch of magic, and that's from dreaming in the dark. But this really is not just about us communicating. This is about receiving clear communication and communicating effectively. And it could be about uncovering documents and communications that are important. I really think something that this is going to come out. A lot of this is going to come out. I do. I think things are going to be released. I think some of it's going to be really shocking. I think as the USA reaches its Pluto return, things are going to be massively, massively transformed. I actually did a webinar on Mars in Sagittarius yesterday for EA Zoom meetings, and actually I've got the recording now, so I will share that in a bit. Hi Susie, hi Rose. I was talking about the Roman kind of council, the council of the gods and goddesses, and you know that they had a council, the gods and goddesses did, with 6 males and 6 female gods. Oh, 6 gods, 6 goddesses. Oh, you're in Alabama. I've never been there. But it's interesting. But anyway, I'll share the recording. But as I was reading about that, I was like, why can't we do that? Why can't we have a ruling council kind of thing that's made up of equal male-female energy? No person has, well, they did have Jupiter as the head god, if you like, but I don't know if we even need that. Maybe that rotates or something. They have a kind of chairman for a short while, and they have term limits. I don't know. Hi, Susie. Oh, so it's the weekend. I have a call in 15 minutes. Sorry for those of you that caught me late. I would go back and listen because and if you really want to look at all the intrigue that's going on with this Mercury-Neptune, Mercury out of bounds craziness, go and Google the hashtag. Well, don't Google it. Go to Twitter and put in the hashtag release the memo. And, just see what you think. As I say, I follow these things from my astrology point of view going, interesting. All right then, loves. See you later.